Easy by Simplicity. And I'm going to be doing these aprons. I used to make these for my co-workers, but I haven't done these in years. So, but I'm going to do them now because with my garden, I'm always losing my scissors, tape that I need to tie up maybe a tomato plant or a pepper plant, and I have to go back to where I was to go get it, and it was just getting to be too much. But I'm making two styles, one with the two pockets, and one is maybe it's kind of hard to see, but he has a pockets going straight across the apron. And if you see on the line drawings, this is what it looks like. But I'm going to do this a little different. I'm not gonna make those things to go around the neck, because I never like things around my neck. This is going to be tied around my body using, and again, like I said, I used to make these for my co-workers. And I used to make them with this kind of shall I say, string. Yeah, it's a polypro belt. But I used to make them with this, and I also used to make them with clamps. Let me show you the clamps and what they look like. These, I used to buy them individual, and they were a little bigger than this, but this little thing I went and got from Amazon, but one fell. But if you see how it goes in, it just clamps. It just clamps right on in. And that's how I used to make them. I wished I had some left over that I can show you, but I moved and everything, and the last one I had, somebody just kind of snatched it from me. And so I'm gonna make some more, and yeah. So this is view 8A, and here is what it looks like, the pattern pieces. This is the one that kind of goes across the bottom of the apron, and here's a pocket that goes, you know, next to the down at the bottom of the pocket. And these are some embroidery that I did, and it's just with White Heart Sewing, Crafts and Garden. And here's another style that I made. And what I'm gonna have each and everybody do is vote on the one they like the best, and I'll start making those. And this is one. This is how it's gonna look right there. If you can see, this is the pocket. So it's gonna be placed right over the pocket. And you'll see it. And here goes some directions and stuff. So I just bought this tracing kit. It's used to transfer pattern markings and needlecraft designs. And right now I just cut out my one apron, and I'm getting ready to transfer the pocket markings to the inside, the fashion side of the fabric. And I always say safety first in sewing. You see this blade is sticking out. It needs to be cleaned with a little alcohol right now. I just kind of used it to cut out my pattern. But you always should hit that button and make sure that blade is back in so you won't hurt yourself or anybody else that come behind you and want to talk about children and want to mess with stuff. But so this was part of the kit. It had little wax, not wax, but just like the tracing. It has yellow. When you're transferring markings, it'll come out yellow. And I'm pretty sure most of you know. Here's a blue, but I'm gonna be working with the white to transfer markings on the white. And this was like about $7, and it comes with the little tracing wheel. I kind of like this one because I have another one around here, and it has the blades. I can show you. This blade is not too hard. So you can see I had to tape some of this up because when I was doing the transfer markings with, I'm gonna say something like this, if you can see, it's more of a, a sharp edge. It's more of a sharp edge. It's still good, but I don't like my patterns being ripped. And I was looking for the one, they have a smooth one too. I would prefer to use that one at this moment. Wait a minute, I think I do have it. Let me see. No, at this moment I don't have it. I don't have a smooth edge. But this will work for now. And if you want to see me use it, what I do with these is, see right here, you can see it's the chalk side. If you can see that on my hand. And what I usually do is just kind of fold it. I fold it in half. It's almost like a double-sided. I use it as a double-sided. And I hope you can see this. Let me see if I can get you a better angle. Moving. I'm taking my little weights off, which I got those little weights from Home Depot, and that's all they are. Okay, this is not working right. I can't do this with one hand. I'll let you see what I'm doing after. This is really some good tracing paper, but as you can see, a lot of the dust on the tracing paper was getting all over my fabric. Luckily this is jean fabric and not really good fabric where this would be a mess. But since this is jean fabric, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So what I'm doing now is just putting it back where it was, because I have to do another one right here. So everything is marked. I got the markings, and I also have the markings on the pockets. So I just leave it like that until I start to sew. So now I'm going to get my sewing machine ready and get it all together. I think I'm gonna use black thread on this one, but on the other one I'm gonna use white thread, make it pop a little bit. But this one I'm gonna use black thread, and you can see the pockets a little better, the markings. Okay. All right, these are the pockets to my apron. I folded it down on the line. Here's another. What I did here is I marked out the 5/8 hem line, and that's where I'm going to be folding right sides together on the hem line and on the seam line for the pockets. And I just put that together and I fold on that line, right sides together. And then what I do is I pin almost everything I do. And right here, I'm going to fix up the thread. I thought I did. I fixed up my serger thread, and now I'm gonna fix up my sewing machine thread. Keep watching. Okay, what I do here is I sew 5/8. And I back up every stitch to lock the stitches in. Okay, I line up 5/8. Cut that off. And on here, like I said, I'm going to stitch this again because I'm not sure if I backed up and locked my stitches in. You know, you better safe than sorry. You know, you don't want no stitches coming apart. And then I just kind of clean it up. Now, on this, what you do is you just kind of cut close. To the stitches. Sometimes I clean up around here too, but just to make it easier so it can turn easier. And then what I do is I just turn it. I just turn those edges in. And if you can see the line that I drew with the tape. And here's a pointer. And you could just clean that corner up. Hope you can see. Okay. And you just clean that corner up. And then what I'll do is iron it real good all the way around. And see, this is another 5/8, and I'll just iron that all the way around till I make a complete square. I'll show you what I do with the other one. Okay, line it up, 5/8, back stitch, do the same thing. Line it up with the 5/8. And that's a 5/8 hem allowance. And mostly on a lot of machines, they'll have like the rulers on here. Like if you can see, it goes to like 1/8, 3/8, and 5/8. And 5/8. It'll just, you know, on a lot of machines it has the like the little 5/8, 3/8, 1/8. You can see that on there. And so I'll do the same thing to this one. You know, clean it up real good. Take that tip off right there. See this little turner? It has like a little tip. You don't have to use this. You can also get, here's another little ruler. You can use this to get that tip. That's that nice square tip. And then what I'm gonna do is take it to the iron and iron it really good all the way around. Right, I'm ironing this now. And that's how it's looking. And this is the pocket. So here was it's starting to fade away really quick, but if you can see the tracing paper, that's the little 5/8, the tracing line right there. So I'll just kind of go there. And here's another one of the tracing lines. It's really starting to go away, but I can still see it. It's starting to fade away. I guess you could say it fades pretty quickly. And here's the line. Okay. The first one, I'm gonna do it right here. Let's see. Yeah, the first line I'm gonna do right here. go back. And you can't really see the black line. I'm gonna do this again, and I'm going to do it with white thread so you can see it on my next apron. But this one right here, I'm just going to do with the black thread. But so I'm sorry you can't see it so well. Sorry you can't see it all that great, but again, I'll show you on my other one that I'm gonna do. Okay, here is the pockets, and the top of the pocket go up here, and the other one goes down here. And if you can see, I'm just laying it right on top of this line, and then I'm going to put pins in it so it won't come apart, and then I'm just going to sew them on the apron. Okay, I just turned the needle, the thread, to a burgundy color. I kind of wanted it to match the heart. That's embroidery thread. I could have put that in here, but I didn't. And so right here, my hands are so dry right now. I'm just looking at them right now. Just so dry. Just really dry. And I'm just gonna... I keep this by my sewing machine sometimes, because my hands sometimes just be really dry, and it's dry because sometimes I wash my hands so much and then it's cold. And so I use this Perfecting body butter, and it's not really greasy. It just it's really good. It doesn't leave any kind of residue or anything on my garment. It's just really good. And I'm just noticing that. So Okay, right now the pockets are on. If you can see, the pockets are in. So what I'm about to do now is I'm just gonna serge around the edges, not necessarily cutting the edges, just kind of putting that nice finished edge on the with the serger. Usually I do that with this little bitty serger over here. I'll show you how I do that in a later video, but I'm going to use my big serger for now and just finish some of the edges, and that helps me fold it really nice and neat. And then I'm gonna put the embroidery, the white heart embroidery sign on it, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, if you look, I'm just kind of like trying to clean up the edges of this, because when I turn it, I just want to have a clean finish edge. And see, I just like that clean edge, so when I fold it down here, and then too, even if I fold it like that and then do a finished edge, I like it. But for this one, I'll probably just have it like that, and that'll be that clean finished edge. On the other one, I might double fold it because I'm doing two at a time. So I might double fold that one. But this one, I'm just gonna do it real simple. And also right here, it all falls down, all the little dust, and it falls right in this little cap. Right in there. So there you have it. I decided to make them all have pockets on the top, because when I'm working with a pen or something, I do need pockets. So what I'm gonna do is make both of them have pockets on them, and I just cut this one out with the pocket. And I do notice that, I don't know how it happened, but these are different type of jean material, but that's okay. I'm going to make a pocket on both work garments. So right now, I've already sewn the pockets on the garment. So all I have to do now is just sew around the edges and put the pocket on and the belts. Okay, what I'm doing is sewing 1 inch from the edge, and that'll just be my baseline from when I turn it. It'll be just like when I'm getting ready to turn it inside out. and then I just do a 5/8 inch closure. And I'm just gonna do 5/8 all around. Turn it, and after I'm gonna go and iron this really good, clean up some of these strings, and I'll show you how it looks when I come back in a second. 1, 2. What I forgot to do is do some kind of seam finish, you know, to serge this out so it won't ravel. So I just went ahead and just serged it because I noticed that it was raveling a lot. So I didn't get to do that at the beginning, but I hurried up and did it. Now, even though I'm gonna sew this down, I like to have a finish because this fabric does tend to fray. Okay, what I'm doing now is just sewing 3/8 of an inch all around the apron. I've already finished this. I went ahead and did the outside with black and the inside with the pink. I didn't really want that fuchsia all around it, but it probably would have looked nice with it all around it. I just didn't feel like putting it all around it. So this is how it's looking so far. And if you can see the inside, that's how the inside is looking. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is put the outside pocket on. And because I didn't mark it at the beginning, I got to go back and mark it again. So, okay, I went ahead and put the pattern paper right on the spot where the 2 holes are right here. They're still right here. And I lined it up, and all I have to do now is just kind of go over this spot, and that's where the pocket is going to be. So let's see, here's the tracing paper. I'm doing it with one hand, so please forgive me. I'm going to try and get this and do this off. Well, you know what? I really don't have to. Let's see. because I know that the bottom is going to be right here. So I could just put the bottom right there and make sure the top is right here. So let's see how that'll work. Okay, here's where that edge is gonna be, and the top, let's see, pull it down so I can see it. Okay, now here's the top of that edge right there. And the bottom, here's the line, so I can kind of put that line right here. And that's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay, I basted the pocket on with pins. I like the pink, but I'm not sure if I like it coming around. I should have put it a little bit more inside, but I don't know. The pink, it's cute how this is looking so far. And I gotta sew that pocket on, and after the pocket, it's done. Okay, what I did on here, I pinned the top pocket on, and what I'm doing now is I hope you can see it, what I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making a little triangle, and I'm double stitching it back and forth, just so it can, you know, be reinforced at the corners. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I put another light on it. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to prop you up a little more where you can actually see it. Hold on for 1 second. All right, I thought I was taping, but I guess I wasn't. But this is it. Now all I have to do is just clean up the threads. It's a little off, just a little, but pretty much it's good. And on here I reinforced all the, like, back stitched and reinforced all the stitching because when I go to use this pocket a lot, I don't want it to start coming off. But what I am going to do right here in this section, I'm going to, let me see, I was going to make a pin section right here, just because when I'm using my pen, I can put it in the pocket. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna hold off on that. But for now, this is how it looks. It has the pockets, the 2 pockets, and also the top one. And so what I'm gonna do now is get ready to put the straps on. Keep watching. Okay, these are the neck strap and the tie in that goes around the waist. Let me show you. It's the straps like this, and it's the neck strap. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Poly Pro belt. It's in black, 1 inch. This is what I'm going to be using. And what I'm doing is I'm going to measure from one end to the next, and it stops right here, and then right here to right here. And I'm gonna cut and let's see, this belt is about 46 inches. If you look. It's about 46 inches, and I'm going to cut 2 of those. And then what I'm going to do with this is my own little pattern piece, what I make the belt closures with, and I will show you how I'm using this in a minute. I'm going to cut 2 pieces out of this. Cut two fashion fabric out of that, and I'll show you when I'm done. So what I did is I wrote the inches down. 46 inches. I wrote it down because I used to make these, you know, for my co-workers, but it's been years, maybe I'm gonna say 10 years, maybe more, since I made these. So a little bit it's coming back to me, but a lot of it that I forgot, and I should have wrote a lot of notes on this because I did it my way. I didn't really quite make the garment, you know, this way. Like I said, I did pin pockets. I did certain kind of designs, lettering on them, depending on what my co-workers wanted. Cut out 2 of these and just put that down on it to weight it down. And I'm gonna cut out 2 of them to get the sides together. Okay, these are the 2 little pieces that I cut out. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to turn it. Let's see if you can see. I'm going to turn it in the middle. And let me see. I'm going to turn them both in the middle. I'm going to use my iron to I'm trying to make sure you get a look. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this one to the middle. And this is really hot. Jean material gets really hot. And then I'm going to turn them. Ooh, it is hot. Then I'm going to turn it in half on itself. And this iron that. And what I should have did is kind of serge the ends to, you know, just serge all around so it won't be all these little straggly things. But again, turn this in half. And then turn this in half. And then turn it on its side. This is not exact. On these, I'm gonna have to mark them so they can be even. Then what I'm gonna do is just sew these up. Just sew them up. Okay, I went ahead and sewed them up off camera. So what I'm gonna do now is, if you can see, it's very light. There's one and there's a marking that I have made. So what I'm gonna do on this is, let me see how I'm gonna do this. Get some clips. Clips are better. I could just clip that right here. And then clip this one. I'm trying to get it, yeah, there you go. And here's another clip. Just like that. And then I'm just going to sew these flat down. Get it up to that corner. And again, make sure you serge so you won't see all that nasty stuff. In fact, I probably should serge it now. That's what I'm gonna do because I don't want it to fray while I'm wearing it and it'll mess up. Okay, I just went and just serged a little bit right here. It don't look like it's been serged, but I did it. It's serged so it won't fray right here, so it won't fray so much. And so I'm gonna go ahead and sew these on, and it'll just look just like that on the outside. Let's see, did I do this right? Yeah, I did that right. So it'll just look just like a little loop on the outside.